Morning friends, sorry for the look. I literally just woke up. It's about 5:30, and as mentioned in my Ferrero Rocher bouquet video, today is the day of my sister's birthdays and I'm making a chocolate bouquet and a flower bouquet. So today we'll be making the flower bouquet and I wanted to show you how I'm gonna go about doing that. So yeah, let's get started. I'll go ahead and show you the supplies that I'll be using. Okay, so I did just clean my lens, so hopefully it doesn't keep going out of focus like it did in previous videos. But these are the items that I'm going to be using. So we're gonna need a pineapple. I'm gonna try 2 different ways of doing this. So I'm gonna try and use this as the base for putting the flowers in. If that doesn't work, then I do have a vase similar to the one that I use for my Ferrero Rocher one. This one I believe is just from IKEA. I'll link it down below if I find it elsewhere, but it's like super small base. And then we're gonna need some oranges. This I got from Costco. It's just a large bag. We're not gonna use that many, but I just decided to get an entire bag. And then we're gonna need berries. So you can choose what berries you want, but I have blackberries. All of these are from Costco, so you can tell that I love Costco. So blackberries, I wasn't too sure how many I needed, and we do eat a lot of berries, so I just got 2 packs. Blueberries and strawberries. And then for decorations and leaves and stuff, you can decide what you want to put in it, but I'm going to be using these peanut butter pretzels, also from Kirkland Costco. They're like this, very addicting. And hopefully the skewers don't break them, but you'll be needing skewers as well, and I didn't grab that, so let me grab that. And then bamboo skewers, these are $7.99 off of Amazon for 100, I believe it was. And then utensils, you're just gonna need the stuff: cutting board, a scissor, a sharp knife, be careful, and then a small knife that you can handle to cut the strawberries with. Okay, so now that we have all of our supplies laid out, let's go ahead and get started. And you can see how excited I am about how this turned out. And then I went ahead and did the same thing with the leaves for the other bouquet. Cut the pineapple roughly in half, keeping in mind that the base is going to be the foundation of our flowers. Then we're going to cut out the meat of the second portion of the pineapple and save that for future decorations. And to stabilize the base, I went ahead and cut off the bottom portion of the pineapple. Next, I went ahead and cut the pineapple meat from earlier, and then I'm going to be using some cookie stencils to cut out some shapes. I have a unicorn and double hearts, but the pineapple meat wasn't big enough for the double heart, so I went ahead and used one side of it and then cut off the excess to make a single heart, if that makes sense. And then I just went ahead and did the same thing to all the rest. And of course, saving the extra chunks of pineapple to eat later. Next, we're going to be taking our oranges and slicing those into thin pieces. The oranges from Costco are so sweet. If you guys haven't tried it yet, I suggest going to grab a few. Or you really can't grab a few from Costco, it's an entire bag, but it's definitely worth it, and between 7 people, we finished that bag within a couple days. Because my base is on the smaller side, I went ahead and cut my oranges in half. And then here you see me lining the base with the halves in order to create a nice decoration or design, and then also to create the base and foundation for the bamboo sticks. And after everything is snugly put together, I went ahead and placed some slices on top as well. Next, we're going to be taking these strawberries and then cutting petal-like slices into them so that it looks like a rose. There's going to be several layers to the strawberry, with the first layer just being cut normally, and then your second layer is going to be cut in the windows of the first layer, and just repeat that process all the way up your strawberry. And it should look something like this. Sorry, my camera wasn't really focusing there, but you're gonna continue with all the strawberries until you've completed them. And you're gonna set them aside to be skewered here in a little bit. Once they're done, it should look something like this. Now we're gonna move on to the bamboo sticks. I cut mine in half so that they're about 6 inches, and then you're going to gently stab your strawberries, making sure not to squish the fruit itself. For the skewers that didn't have a pointy end, I went ahead and took the knife and poked a little hole in it so that it would be easier to poke the bamboo through. You're just gonna continue that until all your strawberries are used up. And then we're going to move on to carefully placing the strawberry roses into the pineapple foundation. You're going to want to make sure that there aren't any large gaps in between the roses, and make sure that they're strategically placed so that it looks like a nice bouquet. And now we're going to move over to the orange vase and do the exact same thing. Being careful not to overstab the oranges, or it could get mushy and messy and just not look very put together. Now we're going to start skewering all the other fruits and decorations that you want to put into your vase. As mentioned before, I have pineapple, blueberries, blackberries, the strawberries are already in there, and also the peanut butter pretzels. These pretzels were the hardest things to skewer. I kept trying to poke it through, and I even tried using a knife to create a starting point, but no matter what I did, it just kept breaking. And in the end, I had 2 full skewers of those and 2 handfuls of broken pretzels. So if you want to try something else maybe that's a little bit easier, I would suggest doing that, because these were just so frustrating to try and do. But this is what everything looks like once it's been placed on the bamboo sticks. So let's move on to putting them into our foundations and our bases. After measuring the skewers, I went ahead and cut them to the length that I wanted them, and then placed them where I thought best. I didn't really have a vision in mind where I wanted everything else besides the roses. I just went along with it and try to envision it on the go. It might be better if you guys kind of think ahead of what you want, but it ended up turning out pretty nice. I ended up getting a pair of pliers to try and push the bamboo sticks through so that I didn't have to touch the fruits as much and overwork the fruits. And this is what the first bouquet is coming out to look like. It's not quite done yet, but it's coming along nicely. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to our second bouquet, doing the same thing, making sure not to stab the oranges or the foundation too much, and then not touching the fruits, as we don't want to overwork them and then making it mushy in the process if we do. I did have to create more fruit skewers along the way because I was running out and I kept envisioning different things, and I don't know if you can really tell in the video or not, but my fruits were getting a little bit mushy just because I kept repositioning everything. But yeah, learn from my mistakes. Don't do that. Try to have a plan in mind when you first create these. And then here you see me readjusting the fruits and pushing those down, adding additional fruits so that the bouquet looks fuller. And then also adding additional fruits at the top of the vase to hide those bamboo sticks. And now moving back to our pineapple vase, in order to hide those bamboo sticks, we're going to be adding slices of oranges all around the base. I went ahead and cut the bamboo sticks into smaller pieces and then used that to pin up the orange slices. And cut additional orange slices in half and stuffed it in between the outer and inner layer of the pineapple. Then I took the leaves from the pineapple head and placed that into the bouquet to give it a splash of green. And you can totally tell how excited I am about how this is turning out. And we're going to do the same and place some of the green leaves into the other bouquet. And this is how both of them turned out. I'm super proud of myself for doing it. My sisters love them. They didn't even think that I made them. But if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe for more.